She laughed, wine in hand, eyes shining with the confidence of someone completely untouched by consequence. "You're just a phase," she said, as light as a breeze. "I'll settle down when I'm done having fun." I nodded, slow and calm. Good to know. And that night, without argument or drama, I started building a life in which she simply no longer fit. I'm Connor, 31. Jade was 29 when we met. Electric, loud, magnetic. We clicked like polarized magnets, same charge, thousands of volts. Her chaos sparked something in my quietude. For a while, the turbulence felt beautiful, but by the second year, the polish started chipping off, and the edges began showing. She disappeared on weekends, returning with stories of last-minute flights, pop-up raves in warehouses, nights painted in neon. Her friends were nomads of nightlife. They traveled in packs, tossing confetti and dragging paint. She stopped inviting me, didn't ask if I wanted to go. It was as if I'd become the furniture in her curated chaos. Decorative, stationary, UNESSENTIAL. Then came the fracture point, a Thursday evening at my apartment. Dinner was silent, not in conflict, just in the ease of routine. "My cousin's wedding is in October. Wanna be my plus one?" I asked. She laughed gently. "October, that's 5 months away. Who knows where we'll be?" I blinked. "We're together 2.5 years, I reminded her softly. She locked eyes with me, unwavering. "Connor, you're fun, but I'm not ready to settle down. Not now." Georgia, globe-trotting, glowing on her feed 5 hours later under a starry sky captioned #living my best life. Feeling a lump in my throat, I asked, "So what am I, then?" She didn't hurry. "You're safe, comfortable. Someday I'd settle with someone like you. But right now, you're just a phase while I figure it out." Her voice carried pride in her honesty. "Most guys would consider that noble." I gave a half smile. "You're right. I appreciate that." Then she returned to her phone, scrolling through other people's highlight reels. That weekend, she invited me to a rave. "Come on. It'll be wild," I said. "I've got stuff to handle." She looked surprised, then relieved. Freedom tasted sweet on her lips. What she didn't know, my stuff wasn't another binge. It was the layout of a new life, quietly unfolding. Over the next 3 months, her phase dissolved. I phased out the small cords tying us together. No more groceries delivered to her place. No date night planning. No involvement in her disposable social circle. She barely noticed a drunk on living. Her Instagram became a glittering mosaic of chaos. Vegas neon, Coachella nights, rooftop soirees. I got busy, joined a woodworking class. Saturday mornings became for hikes and trail mix, not hangovers. I started volunteering, teaching Python to kids at a local youth center. I reconnected with old friends, the ones who still knew how to listen. The biggest shift, I stopped waiting. I'd been saving, thinking we'd buy something together. But if we was fiction, there was no pause needed. I found a fixer-upper, 3-bedroom, to bath, backyard large enough to host bonfires. I closed the deal while she danced barefoot at Coachella. I didn't tell her. This wasn't her story anymore. Weekends transformed. I gutted cabinets, sanded floorboards, painted walls. I didn't post a thing. No applause needed here. This was about permanence, a quiet spark trailing me into a new orbit. One evening I joined a hiking group through the center. That's where I met Aria, 28, a pediatric nurse who lived for dog memes and corny puns. Our friendship was innocent at first, but the contrast between her gentle sincerity and Jade's curated chaos was deafening. Meanwhile, Jade's posts grew even bolder: selfies with men I'd never met, arms slung casually, faces too close, captions like "making memories dizzy." Her friends cheered her on. Plenty of time to be boring later. Boring. That's what I'd become in her script, a placeholder, a pit stop, not the destination. Then came the final trigger, month 3. Jade was at Burning Man, glittering in neon philosophies. I was at the youth center, teaching novice coders who believed I was a magician. After class, a mother said to me, "You're so good with them. Do you have kids?" I shook my head. "Someday, hopefully." She smiled. "Your girlfriend's lucky. Men like you aren't common." I almost laughed. My girlfriend was hallucinating under a neon dome, bragging that she wasn't ready for kids. That night, clarity cracked like thunder. I texted her, "Hey, we need to talk when you're back." She replied with a smirk, "Oh, sounds serious." 3 days later, she arrived at my apartment sunburned, mascara streaked, barefoot, energy borrowed. She didn't know then, but that was the final page of her story in my life. She asked, "So what's the big talk? You about to propose?" She laughed. I leveled at her. "Actually, I wanted to thank you." She tilted her head. Puzzled, "Thank you for calling me a phase, because it gave me clarity." Her face shifted and comfortable. I said, "I don't resent your words. You were honest. You said you wanted freedom now and commitment later. I respect that, but I've realized I don't want to be someone's interim chapter." She blinked. "Wait, you're breaking up with me?" "No, we're just breaking up with each other." Her voice cracked. "But we were good together." I answered softly, "We were. But I'm not interested in being someone's backup plan." She snapped, "You're overreacting. I need time. Take all the time you need." I told her, "Just not on my clock." She stormed off. Later, she posted quotes about worth and about strong women intimidating insecure men. Fine. I had cabinets to install. 2 months in, Jade's immersion in freedom peaked. Her Instagram ballooned into a montage of raves, resorts, champagne selfies. Meanwhile, I was busy rewiring sockets, tiling a backsplash, planting trees. Arya helped choose tile. We stayed. Just friends. Then the late-night text started. To 13 a.m. you up. To 48 a.m. miss what we had. 3:05 a.m. hope you're okay. I ignored them. I was busy attaching a cabinet door I'd messed up earlier. Her friends started reporting back. One friend, Camila, messaged, "Jade's been asking about you. She's sad. She knows how to reach me if she wants to talk." I replied, "She misses you." "No. She misses her safety net." A big difference. Things escalated. Jade began showing up in places I frequented: the Sunday cafe, the gym, even the youth center. Once she claimed she wanted to volunteer. The coordinator asked her availability. Suddenly she remembered a festival trip. She never came back. But the real collapse came with the house. She didn't find out from me. A mutual friend mentioned it in passing after helping me assemble furniture. Text flew fast. "You bought a house? When were you going to tell me? We talked about buying one together." I chuckled. "We'd never discussed buying anything together. You weren't ready, remember?" I texted back, "I bought a house for my future. You told me you didn't want to be part of it." Her reply, "Because we were together 2.5 years." I didn't answer. I was outside planting a vegetable garden with Arya at my side. The next night, Jade detonated on social media long posts, rants, about men who can't communicate, followers calling me shady, toxic. The irony was rich. She once labeled me a phase, and now she was furious that I hadn't made her permanent. Final update. 1 month later, I'd been living in the house, still. A work in progress, but it was mine. The garden was sprouted. Walls were warm with color. Arya and I were together now, not rushed. Just fit. She spoke in tomorrows, not maybes. She made plans with me, not around me. Then came Jade's 30th birthday and a pivot. In her identity posts about growth, self-worth. Then a text, "Hey, been thinking. Can we talk?" Curiosity flipped me. We met quietly. She looked different, less glitter, more gravity. "I've done a lot of thinking," she said. "I was stupid. I'm ready now, ready to be serious, to start the next chapter with you." I stared. "Just like that?" I asked. "You're ready now and I'm supposed to be available. You loved me." Past tense. "But I told you I was just a phase." She broke. "That's not fair. It's honesty. You said you'd be ready at 32 or 33, like I was a retirement plan." Her face crumpled. Anger rimmed with regret. "So what? You punished me. Is the house your revenge?" "No," I said. "The house was about building a life. You made it clear I wasn't part of it." She whispered, "I saw you with that nurse." I nodded. "Yes, Arya. And no, it's not about her. It's about me choosing someone who sees me as a person, not a pit stop." She flinched. "You assumed I'd stay put." Then she threw her last card. "What if I'm pregnant?" I nearly smiled. "Are you?" "No. But what if? Then we'd co-parent, but not together." "That bridge is ash." She stormed out. "Block me everywhere." Her social media flared with quotes and hashtags. Timing is everything. Men who fear growth. Her friends tried to mediate, call me immature, begged me to reconsider. I ignored them all. Then unexpectedly, Jade's mother appeared. Grocery store aisle 6, embarrassed. Connor, I'm so sorry. She'd heard everything. She told me what her daughter said. I listened. She treated you like a layover, I told her. She was being foolish, she said. She's miserable seeing you happy, stable, loved. It's eating her alive. I shrugged gently. That's unfortunate, but it's not my concern anymore. She nodded slowly. You did the right thing. That evening, I came home. Arya was in the kitchen, apron smeared in tomato sauce, face bright. How was your day? She asked. I smiled wide, validating. I offered the sauce. She tasted it. Tell me it doesn't taste like regret. It did single quotes T. We ordered pizza and ate under string lights in the backyard I built. Jade had once called me a phase. She became just that, an episodic chapter one simply outgrew. She's still out there posting, searching. Me, I'm home, in the house I crafted with my own hands, laughing with someone who never once asked me to wait. Funny, isn't it? The best kind of closure isn't revenge. It's building a life so full, so fulfilling, you forget there ever was a door that closed.